Hey guys, what's cracking? It's Krakenation here with Entei returning after his short hiatus. He went on a short vacation for yesterday's video, and he's coming back today to join us for some Generation 7 analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the DATAMINE move pools of all these Pokemon that are coming to Pokemon Sword and Shield in the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra. So, pretty hype.
Yay.
It is unfortunately the last installment of this wonderful little journey we've taken, guys. So I'm a little bummed about that, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, sorry for missing the last one, but glancing at the generation, looks like I didn't miss much.
Yeah, it ended up being like not even a 20-minute video, I'm pretty sure. Just like how many Pokemon got Endure in the past two videos is just too damn high. Like,
Yep.
this is getting out of control.
Start going up. Wow.
Like, oh my, like, if on the screen right now, like, I'm on Gen 6, and it's like, there's so many Pokemon that got only Endure. Like, they didn't even get another move. It was only Endure. Like, what is going on here? But yeah, a Pokemon, just to recap something from yesterday, I don't know if you saw how good Diancie is, but Diancie got a lot, which is nice.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, guys. Well, it's looking like a rough start for Generation 7 with Picky Peck and Young Goose and like the first 5 Pokemon all getting Endure. Actually, the first 8 Pokemon getting Endure. And 9 and 10, and we're still gonna get so. Let's just backtrack. Does Toucannon do anything special? What do you think with Endure?
Toucannon?
Yeah, dude.
What is this?
I don't even know what Toucannon even does. I know it gets like Beak Blast or something. It's like some weird move where its beak becomes crazy.
Right. Well, no.
I don't think it does much. I never even understood Toucannon. I never even used it when I played Sword and Shield.
Got skill link. Weird. Okay.
Whoa, that's such a weird move. Beak Blast. It's priority -3, 100 base power physical flying move. Seems pretty good. Burns on contact with the user before it moves.
Oh, that's nuts.
It's such a weird. That's a really weird effect, though. Like, it burns your opponent before you attack.
Oh, it burns your opponent.
Yeah.
It doesn't burn you?
No, burns on contact with... Oh, wait, does it burn you? No.
Burns on contact. This is worded so strangely.
Burns on contact... So if you okay, you know what
burns on contact with the user.
Yeah, so if your opponent touches you when you... Because, like, it's I think it's like Focus Punch, where, like, you click it, and it says, like, you know how Focus Punch is, like, you're tightening up?
Yeah.
I think this is, like, it's like you're heating up, and then if your opponent touches you on that turn, they burn, and then you attack after that.
You're tightening out. Good God. I hope that's not what it says.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what it's tightening its focus. Sorry. That's what
All right, let's move on. Really.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't need to talk about that
Gumshoes, a Pokemon I always thought was kind of underrated. With a stakeout ability, I always thought that was kind of cool. A cool idea. Gets Endure too, but I don't think it's that important. But the Gumshoes has some crazy freaking abilities. Oh my god. Stakeout, this Pokemon's attacking stat is doubled against a target switched in this turn.
Yeah.
Strong Jaw, and then adaptability. Unfortunately, it lost return, so you're going to really be sad.
Yeah, I don't think... doesn't look like Endure is going to
help this guy at all, yeah. Crabominable with Swift and Endure. Again, don't think this is doing you any favors. Maybe with like a few of these Pokemon, like there's always the option of like a Salicberry Endure set.
Right.
Like, I guess that's the only, but like Crabominable is so slow. Like, I don't think it's gonna, like, it's 43. I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Oricorio, all the forms of Oricorio getting Endure, presumably. Endure is just killing me here. Like, I don't know. It's like killing all the hype. Like, everything's getting Endure.
Slowly losing the will to live. No.
But now let's get to an exciting one, which is Lycanrocs getting huge buffs across the board. All the Lycanroc forms. Most notably, probably the biggest beneficiary of these buffs is going to obviously be Lycanroc Dusk with the Tough Claws ability.
Because Psychic Fangs, yeah, wow.
Psychic Fangs, Play Rough, Close Combat, all are Tough Claws boosted.
Wow. They can dual dance, or I guess only regular Lycanroc. So how does this work? If regular Lycanroc gets agility, do the other two get it?
I think the other two maybe already... Wait. They didn't already. They all got rock polish though, so
Okay.
they all already
And
got
they
rock
all-
polish.
Okay. And they should all have Swords Dance.
Yeah, they
'cause
all
rock
have Swords
rock-
Dance. Yeah. They all have Swords Dance.
That's really cool.
And so it's interesting because Lycanroc regular form is actually 2 points faster in speed from 112 to 110, which is significant, I would say, you know? Like, that is a meaningful, like, to be able to outspeed all the, like, 110s out there, like the Gengars and Latioses of the world, you know?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But Lycanroc Dusk's ability is just way better. Tough Claws, and then Lycanroc Midnight is just a steaming pile of trash. Like, that thing does nothing. I think it gets Sucker Punch. It's like, but it's not even a dark type, so like you're not even that excited that it got Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
But
Rock though.
that's true. But yeah, Play Rough is a big buff on these Pokemon. Close Combat, Psychic Fangs, all really, really nice. I think you're still going to run Stone Edge. I wish these things got high horsepower or something. Because your ground move of choice is probably still Drill Run, I believe. Right? Or is it, I think they got Drill Run.
It is nice though, because now they can hit fighting types and steel types with close combat or with
Yeah,
close
absolutely,
combat.
exactly. I agree. The ability, like, that's now their go-to move to hit steel types in general, which is usually what they struggle with. I mean, they previously always ran Drill Run. Yeah, it's Drill Run to beat steel types, which is an okay move. 80 base power, 95 accuracy, high crit hit ratio is the whole. So that's pretty nice. But I think overall, you'd still rather be clicking close combat because you're super frail anyways. So more defense drops aren't going to matter. You're going to hit those steel types, and you're going to be really happy about it. I don't know, what is Psychic Fangs hitting that you didn't already hit?
Just fighting types, I guess, right?
Yeah, true, actually. That's a good point, actually. There you go. Wow, I'm an idiot. Weird.
Did you say it's Play Rough?
It got Play Rough as well, yeah.
Yeah.
So you have
those.
both of those. I would probably go with Play Rough usually, just because it's higher base power move. But Psychic Fangs, maybe just the coverage you needed, and like maybe you need to hit that poison type really, really bad. Because considering if you run Drill Run, you're no longer hitting poison types. Maybe you want to. I don't know, but it's cool that it gets that option. All three of them, Lycanroc and Lycanroc Dusk, both being very viable. Lycanroc Midnight probably still being the same piece of trash it's always been. I don't think any amount of coverage is going to save this Pokemon, but I think for the other two, like, what does Lycanroc Midnight even do? Like where did its stats go that, like, it got so... It's just, like, 10 points bulkier in every relevant defense, but just uninvested out of speed completely. And it's got no guard, I guess. That's kind of like Stone Edge, no guard Stone Edge.
It's always hit Stone Edge, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think you're going to be using it, but I guess if you are a person that's a Lycanroc Midnight truther, you got some new toys too. I don't want to say, like, it's complete. I've been saying it's completely unusable. I guess it's not true. Maybe like a Scarf Lycanroc Midnight could be viable.
Yeah.
So, Lurantis gets Psycho Cut, Grassy Terrain. Lurantis is interesting. It's kind of like a Serperior. It's the contrary Leaf Storm thing going for it, but it is really slow and not even that bulky, so you're kind of struggling with that.
Right.
Grassy Terrain, I guess, is nice because it gives you some passive recovery and boosts the Leaf Storm, so I can imagine that being a good move for it. And what does it struggle to hit? I guess Steel types. Still, it can't hit those at all. It has physical moves to hit them, I guess, but nothing special.
Maybe if it got Weather Ball,
yeah, if it got Weather Ball, that could be kind of cool. I agree. But unfortunately, I don't think you're gonna be able to hit those Steel types still. So you're gonna be walled by the same things that you were before. Yeah. Comfey getting Encore, which is kind of cool for Comfey, right? Because it's a fast Pokemon. So I feel like you could find like setup opportunities with Comfey, using Encore and like Calm Mind.
I got wrecked by this thing because I didn't understand what Triage does.
Yeah, Triage is cool. So it makes even Draining Kiss. It's Draining Kiss, right? What does it get? Or Giga Drain? Giga Drain is priority. I think that's the one.
Draining Kiss, yeah.
Does it get Draining Kiss?
Yeah,
it does. Yeah. Yeah,
I
Draining
know
Kiss.
'cause I just got swept by it.
Yeah, so those moves get. But also, I guess if you're in a stored power, also very cool on it actually, because you are running Calm Mind so often. Another cool option is if you're in a Devil's format, Triage Pollen Puff. So you have priority recovery before your opponent's before your partner can get hit, like guaranteed outspeed even a Scarfer, and we give them recovery before they can get hit. I think in a doubles format, Comfey gets a huge buff here.
Yeah. Especially so if it's a bug, so Pollen Puff, right? Does that heal an amount like based on how much damage it would have done? Oh no, it heals 50% of max HP. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just you just give it recover basically.
Right.
Which
That's cool.
I really like that for a Pokemon that can give that with priority. That's really, really nice. And then it can still do all its Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, shenanigans. It did lose Hidden Power, which it really relied on to hit Steel types.
Yeah.
So you're gonna kind of struggle with the Steel types. Like you always ran Hidden Power Fire or Hidden Power Ground or something to hit them. So that could be a little tricky, but kind of ends up being a lateral move, I'd say overall.
I
for
think that's
Comfey.
cool. Priority healing Pollen Puff, not bad.
And doubles probably got a buff, yeah. That's pretty nice. Palossand got Brine. Brine is a move that's like I think 60 base power water move that doubles in power if your opponent's already under half health.
Yeah.
Which is I always thought was like, what? Like now that they're weaker, hit them harder. But
just to make sure you're getting them, yeah.
But probably not a big buff. It already got, I think, some water moves. No, it didn't. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like it didn't.
That's now your go-to water move on a Palossand. Interesting. So if you were walling like a rock type or something before, and somehow that rock type was immune to ground moves, so like if your opponent's running the now super viable Archeops, you could hit it with that water move.
Yeah.
I like that. All right.
Or Glitter, yeah. Cool.
Ooh, Palossand now is now the premier counter to Archeops, because Archeops gets lowered to half health. It lowers all its stats and then gets hit harder by Brine.
My goodness.
That's kind of funny. I'm
The walking Archeops counter.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
Minior with Endure. Now Minior actually may be a usable Endure Pokemon, because it's got its shields down thing going.
Or whatever, yeah.
So that's kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah. Although, I mean, does that mean you're not running Shell Smash?
Well, you probably are. You're going, oh, wait. I don't know, man. You just go Shell Smash and Endure, and then 2 attacks, maybe, to make sure that you switch to your... If you're really concerned that you're not going to get into your shield form. Which I guess isn't like a really big concern, but I guess like, I don't know, maybe you'd rather just run Focus Sash all these times.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
but it
weird,
guarantees you can get it up, right? It guarantees you can get your shield form up. But that said, you're going to be kind of sad because if you die without getting because you can't do them all at the same time, right?
Yeah, and now you're sacrificing a coverage move, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe not huge, but something to consider. Komala with Rock Tomb. I think it already got rock coverage, I'm guessing.
And Endure, of course.
And Endure, as always. Yeah, it already had Rock Slide, so I don't think... I mean, if you want to lower that speed stat, I guess that's huge. But otherwise, you're probably just running other rock moves. Bruxish, also with Endure. I don't care.
I don't know what this thing does. What is this thing?
Bruxish is cool, dude. Bruxish is immune to priority moves, first of all. Or it can be immune to priority moves with its dazzling ability, or you can run Strong Jaw. So 2 cool abilities. You run Strong Jaw, and you've got Stab, Psychic Fangs, coming out of a pretty good attack stat.
It's a psychic type, cool.
So yeah, you can run like Ice Fang, Liquidation, Psychic Fangs, and Psychic Fangs just becomes like a crazy powerful move coming off Strong Jaw, Stab. So it's really it's like a breaker.
Yeah, you're at like a pretty interesting speed stat if you want to make use of that Endure with the berry.
Yeah, I agree, because you're probably gonna outspeed a lot of Scarfers after that.
Yeah.
The Salic Berry Endure set.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
That is cool. All right, never mind. We're excited about Endure with Bruxish.
Although it gets Aqua Dead, I guess, but
But that's not the same exactly, you know? Now here's a few big winners, guys. We're coming up here, and we're gonna go through these are gonna take us a little longer because now we're gonna go through a lot of big Pokemon that are competitively impactful. Starting with Tapu Koko getting close combat and play rough. Now, if Tapu Koko got like a physical electric move that wasn't Wild Charge, like it might be ban worthy in most formats. But physical Tapu Koko finally is viable. Like it wasn't unviable before, but you just didn't have a stab fairy move, which felt bad. And now you get not only a stab fairy move, like a good stab fairy move, but you also get a fighting move to hit steel types that wall that fairy move.
Yeah, wow, that's nuts actually.
So Tapu Koko, that's why I put it at number 2 biggest winner on my list. It's just a huge winner overall, and also stored power, kind of like because Calm Mind Electric Seed Tapu Koko was a set. I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Because you would come in with the electric, because it gets Roost. It's also a defogger, by the way, so it's like really versatile. It comes in, you click the Roost, you come in, and you get the Electric Seed boost which is a +1 defense boost when you come in on electric terrain.
Right.
And now all of a sudden you've got a +1 defense boost. You start setting up those Calm Minds and roosting off damage. You're insanely bulky, and you've got now in previous gens it would run like Thunderbolt or Dazzling Gleam or whatever. Now you've got stored power as an option too, which could really benefit because you gave it already 3 boosts after your first Calm Mind. So it's already an 80 base power psychic move after 1 turn, and then it only just gets even more crazy as you inevitably probably set up a few more.
Wow.
So stored power is a buff for that specific set, but
yeah, but still, it sounds like an already versatile Pokemon. Now you even have less of an idea what's happening.
Exactly.
Now too.
No, that's a huge thing for it. It's like it could be physical before, but now it easily its physical set probably now as good as its special set. I'd say probably equally on par now, like 50-50, because you still would rather not be clicking Wild Charge all day, but you do have a better attack stat as a Tapu Koko. Like 115 compared to 95 is a significant difference. So special sets still have the better moves overall with Thunderbolt and Dazzling Gleam, but your improved physical attack stat makes physical Koko probably equally viable, I'd say. So, and then close combat to hit those steel types that usually like something like Registeel a lot of the time was like really good check to Tapu Koko.
Right.
Just because it can't be broken that easily, and it resists its coverage moves. And now all of a sudden, like, see you later steel types. Like something like Ferrothorn can no longer touch a Koko.
Yeah. That's scary.
So big buff here. Big buff here. Tapu Lele, unfortunately, not getting quite the same level of love. Physical Tapu Koko. I mean, stored power, I guess, is still cool on Tapu Lele. But you're not running physical Tapu Lele, really.
Yeah, I really wonder if someone's going to find a set that makes use of one of these swap moves.
Well, so I was talking about it in one of my other videos. I think it was yesterday or the day before or something about Carbink. Like if you're in a really low tier format, guard swap in a doubles format with Carbink, and you just like toss over your speed, or alternatively power swap with your opponent and get a bunch of attack boosts, and you're still really bulky. I don't know.
Yeah, they're really weird moves, and your opponent is probably not going to see that coming unless for some reason those moves become meta. So you could definitely catch someone off guard.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it can be similar to like Trick Room in that sense. Like if you're not expecting Trick Room, you can just get the game can end so quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think they're interesting. I think I mean, can you imagine like something like a Diancie or a Carbink like guard swapping with like a Chansey or a Blissey, so like you get even more defenses. Yeah, so I don't know, just interesting thoughts, and definitely I think there are options, but I think mostly you use them in doubles play where you can control what you're swapping with.
Right.
Because if you leave it to your opponent, like you might not necessarily always have a good Pokemon to swap with, unless you're like a Shuckle. I don't know if Shuckle gets power swap, but if you're a Shuckle getting power swap, like then you're always going to be happy. Like
I think it probably does. But you know, rest stored power is never something to be slept on.
Yeah, I agree. We talked about that a lot already. Future Sight, if you want to just use your powerful psychic moves a couple turns later instead of now. And I guess like it's 85 physical attack isn't like awful. Like
atrocious, yeah.
We've seen worse.
Yeah.
Now that said, your physical move pool is nothing.
It
You now have only play rough, basically, is your only usable, like, facade. Like, you don't have a stab psychic move to use your psychic terrain with, which shocks me, actually. Like, how does this thing not get Zen Headbutt? Like, or any physical psychic move. I guess there's not that many in the game. I don't know. Psychic Punch, where are you?
Yeah, you're right. There's not a lot of physical psychic moves, actually.
But, alrighty, so moving on to Tapu Bulu here, which I thought I ranked, guys, I ranked this as the #1 winner from all of DLC. Maybe
Wow.
I'm crazy. I might be crazy. After, like, things like, there's a lot of really controversial picks probably on that list that even now I'm not even sure about. But at the time, I ranked it, and I'm going to more or less stand behind it. It's at least one of the biggest, if not the biggest winner. This thing got a lot. Let's start with the biggest one, I think, is honestly high horsepower, which people might not realize.
For one, high horsepower is actually coming in clutch.
Because high horsepower is not reduced by grassy terrain. So you just got this crazy high power ground move to hit the steel types that are resisting your insane grass moves. Not only that, also the poison types that Tapu Bulu is deathly afraid of because it can't hit with grass coverage. Now you also have high horsepower for both the steel and the poison Pokemon that are coming in on you. So those Pokemon no longer feel safe at all, which is crazy. I think that just alone would probably have put Tapu Bulu on my list, but it doesn't. The fun does not stop there. It got play rough. So now you've got a stab fairy move as well, and that's also crazy, I think.
Yeah, this thing got some nice tools to play with.
But the fun doesn't stop there. It even got close combat to hit the steel types harder if you want. And then Darkest Lariat for whatever random dark time you need dark coverage. Like, this thing got a lot. And then stored power, I guess, if you wanted. Because I'm not kidding you. In the past, Tapu Bulu would run Dazzling Gleam. like as a physical attacker, it'd be like, we just need a fairy move. We're going to run Gleam. This thing got a huge buff this generation.
That's great. Tapu Bulu users everywhere celebrate.
Yeah, rejoice.
And forgot to mention, someone on your last video commented about how high horsepower can actually be used in VGC a lot since it's a single target ground move. So the 95 LOL, shout out to you. We keep dissing high horsepower, but that man's a believer. So.
Yeah, no, fair enough. The targeted ground move, we love it. We love it. So yeah, Tapu Bulu just a big winner. Tapu Fini probably a little better than Lele as far as the winning world goes. I think Draining Kiss is really nice for Tapu Fini.
Yeah, I thought it already got that. Interesting.
It did not, and yeah, that's really nice because Tapu Fini's biggest problem is it's a bulky water type. It's got all these great utility moves like Defog and Haze, Magic Coat, Screens, all this fun stuff. Calm Mind, but Taunt, but no recovery. And so you're just always relying on, like, how many turns can I get leftover recovery from?
Yeah.
And now Draining Kiss, not that it's great, but it's something.
It's something.
And it had Calm Mind, Yeah. I don't know if Rest fails under Misty Terrain.
Oh, right. That'd be awkward.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, actually, you're probably right. But speaking of getting leftovers recovery, maybe we're going to see Dive Tapu Fini.
Rest will fail. So Rest is completely useless on this thing.
You're out there for a long time.
Yeah, that's the only way it has any chance to be helpful whatsoever.
Oh well.
But I think Calm Mind stored power is pretty cool on it. It very often, out of all of these 4 Pokemon, it was probably the one that ran Calm Mind the most often. So stored power probably the nicest on either Fini or Lele, but Fini is definitely a nice beneficiary of it because it can run Calm Mind stored power sets pretty nicely. Because you think about it, at least for the first 2 turns in, it's also not getting status.
Yeah.
So you don't even need the rest that much. If you're just getting maybe like a Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, stored power, Scald, that could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And 75 physical attack, I guess play rough is something. I don't know. But I digress.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see any shift in like how Tapu Fini is used.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe some more offensive sets, but overall, nothing big. Nihilego getting some physical rock moves and just physical stab moves, it looks like. This thing's a special attacker, though. It's got an unusably low physical attack stat, so nothing here really screams, I guess, Endure. It's probably the best move it got here. Hex, actually, Hex could be cool. I take that back. Hex could be really cool, because you're a Toxic Spikes mon. So Nihilego clicks those Toxic Spikes, and then has that powerful, because it didn't have Shadow Ball before, so now it's Ghost move, go-to Ghost move. So honestly, it's go-to move to hit Psychic types that it fears, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't get...
Wow. Oh, yeah, because it is weak to that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually a big one. Never mind, I'm glad I noticed that. And then you run like the Toxic Spikes, and then you've got the powerful Hex to beat all the things that are coming into you.
All right.
I like that. Buzzwole with Close Combat, Darkest Lair. It already had Earthquake. Sorry to the 95 LOL. Like, we're gonna have to... it already got Earthquake, but I guess in a VGC format... High horsepower could be better. Darkest Lariat is really nice. It's now your go-to dark move. That's really nice because, again, you were afraid of Psychic types, I guess, a little bit. Although you are Bug type. What am I saying? You're beating them anyways.
Yeah.
I always thought Buzzwole was like an underrated Pokemon.
Yeah, I love how this thing looks.
He's been roided up. Yeah, for real. He kind of skips Leg Day, but also kind of not because he's got 4 of them.
I like that.
But Close Combat, probably the biggest move of note here.
Yeah, Close Combat is great. And Darkest Lariat is fine, I guess.
Actually, Darkest Lariat, I just realized I didn't mean to say Psychics. I was trying to... I knew there was a type that I was thinking of. It's because it's Ghost types. Resist, I'm pretty sure, both of your stabs.
Yes.
Yeah, they resist Bug and they're immune to fighting. So you now have your go-to move to hit Ghost types is... Darkest Lair. Keep in mind, you got to be careful about, like, a lot of Ghost types get, like, Will-O-Wisp, and if your Buzzwole gets Will-O-Wisped, you're going to be a sad boy or girl. But Close Combat, pretty good for this Pokemon. I'm not sure if you run it over, like, Hammer Arm, because Buzzwole is so reliant on being a physically defensive Pokemon sometimes. I don't know. Close Combat's always going to be something you think about running, I think.
Right.
But
because it likes to take a hit and then smack you back.
Exactly. So Hammer Arm, because you're already pretty slow, Hammer Arm might still be a go-to. Drain Punch was always good on this Pokemon because it is so much of its bulk is in its physical defense. So Drain Punch was always pretty nice. But, you know, like there's going to be definitely, like, Close Combat now is right up in that upper echelon of moves you'd think about running for your stab move. And Leech Life was always great on this thing. Gets you so much recovery. Or Lunge, honestly. Wow.
Yeah.
Just really don't take damage from physical attacks. So yeah, cool stuff for Buzzwole overall for sure. Take a look at Pheromosa with Close Combat. This Pokemon's been banned in Smogon, I know. I thought it already got Close Combat. I guess it didn't. People are gonna now, like, it got High Jump Kick. Wow. Okay, so now you have a better move than High Jump Kick to click. That's crazy.
Wow, this is 151 base speed.
Yeah, this thing is like, you thought Mega Alakazam was fast? Like, get out of here. Like, this thing was made to destroy Mega Alakazam's life.
Wow. This thing is horrifying. What?
Yeah, it is. It's a scary Pokemon. I mean, like, that's why it's been banned. And also, the worst part is, like, what's crazy is how many people ran Scarf Pheromosa, which sounds crazy. But you ran Scarf with Adamant or Jolly, or sorry, like Modest Nature or whatever. You outspent everything, and then you have Beast Boost.
Oh.
So if you you run Adamant so that your attack stat's higher than your speed stat, right?
Yeah.
You run, because that's cool about the Beast Boost ability. You can, like, tweak your stats so that the one you want to boost is always the highest one. And then so you run those crazy Adamant sets, you run Scarf to get you that extra little bit of speed to outspeed opponent Scarfers, and then the only thing that ever threatens you is Priority, and you just start breaking everything's soul, maybe now with a Close Combat.
Yeah, that's spooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this Pokemon was banned for a reason. It also gets good physical coverage. Like, U-Turn, it's already good.
Yeah.
Also, like, special coverage, it gets, like, Ice Beam, Bug Buzz, Drill Runs, Signal Beam removed from the game, but had Bug Buzz, whatever. This thing gets Quiver Dance? I didn't even know that.
Wait. Okay, I can see why this was banned.
Yeah, that's a powerful poke right there.
Alrighty then.
Xurkitree with Electro Ball. I know Daniel is a big fan of that move.
Oh, you better believe it. How fast is this thing?
Not fast.
Okay.
Doesn't even get a move to boost it. It used to run Z Hypnosis to boost its speed, and then what was nice about it was you run like the Z Hypnosis set, you boost up your speed +1, and on the asleep Pokemon you click Tail Glow, and now you're +1 speed, +3 special attack, and you're gonna fire off Thunderbolts, Beast Boost up to even higher levels. Because it had Thunderbolt, and then for the ground types of the world that came in, it had Energy Ball.
Sheesh.
So,
okay, well,
cool Pokemon.
And nothing about that is going to change.
So yeah, exactly. The problem is that set no longer exists. It lost the Hypnosis, so it's kind of relegated to just being kind of like a worse Manaphy now.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't think I can make a case for Electro Ball. Not this time.
Here's one that a lot of people I think were hyped about that didn't make it onto my list: Cosmic Power Celesteela.
Oof.
That's a big buff, I will say. It's definitely a buff. I don't know if you have space on your average Celesteela set to run it.
Because you're going to end up getting walled by something that you would have...
Yeah. Like, a lot of Celesteelas, like, really want to run, like, Heavy Slam as you go to attack, Leech Seed, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, Protect is usually really nice because you don't have Recovery, so you're relying on Leftovers plus Leech Seed to combine for Recovery.
Right.
So Protect was really nice to get chip. Like, this thing was just the master of getting chip damage on everything. Because you're just like Leech Seed, Protect, Heavy Slam, Leech Seed, Protect, Heavy Slam, like all day long.
Yeah.
And I guess the fourth move could be now that, but a lot of times you're running like Earthquake. A lot of times you're running like a random like Flamethrower or something.
Yeah.
So it's tough. I think it's always gonna be a consideration, but like a lot of times you want it to run Toxic, you know.
Yeah, it just sounds like it probably won't change much, but maybe if you can catch someone off guard with it, I mean, Cosmic Power Celesteela, like if they're expecting a more defensive set and you just whip out, I guess Cosmic Power is boosting your defenses anyways, but
yeah, I mean, it could be cool. And like it is really nice that like if you run like if you want to go like just fat, like you run like the Leech Seed, let's go with the Leech Seed, Protect, maybe Toxic or Heavy Slam, and then you click the Cosmic Power, and you are going to be hard to kill. It's true.
Yeah, if this thing got Body Press, then we'd be having a different discussion.
Why didn't this Pokemon get Body Press? That'd be sick.
It looks like it would definitely be willing.
It's in the same vein as like Metagross, kind of, you know, like it looks like it should be pressing its body on things.
Oh well.
Megahorn also is nice, I guess, to hit the grass types. It's your best move to hit grass types now, notably.
Does it not get a flying move?
It gets Air Slash.
Yeah.
But if you're running a physical set, it got Acrobatics, which I don't understand how this thing is acrobatic. I'm pretty sure the heaviest Pokemon in the game. I think it needs to hit the gym, if anything. I don't know. Megahorn could be nice though to hit grass types, especially because grass types, you know, like maybe a really specially bulky grass type comes in on you, and you're like a I don't know, like a Roserade or something, and you're like, I guess Roserade's not weak to bug moves. Crap. My analogy fell apart. Whatever especially bulky grass type you could think of that I can't think of. Megahorn could be a good move for. A slept on Celesteela set a lot was the Autotomize set. Because you run out, it's bulky enough to pretty reliably get up the Autotomize.
Yeah.
And then you've got like weirdly good coverage. And you're still so heavy that like losing 100 kilograms like doesn't matter. Like, so your Heavy Slam is still doing as much damage as you would need it to. Or if you wanted to run special, you can go Flash Cannon. And what I talked about earlier, the fact that all these things' stats are like so close together, it's really easy to play with them so that you're getting the specific beast boost that you want.
Right.
So it's not like Kartana where you have to run a minus attack nature, I think, to get your speed boost. like, or you have to run like negative. It's not minus, but it's like negative speed IVs. Like you have to run like 17 or something speed IVs on Kartana to outspeed to get boost to your speed. Did I say that right? I don't know.
I think so. We know what you're trying to say.
Yeah, your attacks not full IVs, so your speed gets the boost. Yeah. So anyway, Celesteela's easy to play with. So Autotomize sets are really fun because you can run physical boosts or special boosts. It's got decent move pools. It's got Flash Cannon. It's got like Stone Edge, Zen Headbutt, Seed Bomb, or Mega Horn now.
Tangrowth, there you go. There's a special.
No, dude, Tangrowth has like 50 special defense.
Okay. Well, he can hit it with Mega Horn.
Dan's been over here just brainstorming specially defensive.
I kind of think of a defensive grass type. Tangrowth.
So Kartana, let's move on. That's enough Celesteela talk.
Okay.
Kartana gets Solar Blade. I think you're probably just running Leaf Blade.
Yeah. Whatever. Moving on.
Guzzlord the boy. Now this is a Pokemon that can press that body.
Okay. Cool.
Although Guzzlord has an awful defense stat, so it's actually not even that good. It is very heavy, 888 kilograms. But
HP, what the heck?
so Heat Crash could be cool. It's kind of like as like your physical fire move of choice.
Yeah.
But you're not that defensive, so Body Press actually isn't even good. Like your defense stat is 53.
Oh well.
All its bulk is coming from its HP stat.
Right. Amnesia though.
That is kind of cool, honestly. I kind of like that.
Get a little bulky, yeah, sure.
This Pokemon looks like it would forget something. I never understood that. Amnesia is like, I'm going to become more forgetful and then become like more specially defensive to show for it.
Yeah, it's just like, I just forget how powerful you are.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
And a high horsepower, I guess, for your VGC formats is now not good.
Yep.
So yeah. Magearna. Magearna, a Pokemon that's very, very good, for sure. Lost a lot this generation. Because it lost Z moves.
Right.
So
Got a lot of moves now, though.
Gets a lot of moves. I think overall, probably still a little weaker with the loss of Z moves. Which is weird to say, probably, right? You'd think with all these moves it's getting, but Magearna was maybe one of the biggest Z move abusers in the game because of its ability Soul Heart. So you ran like your Shift Gear, right? And then you had your Soul Heart, and then you had your Z Fairy move, or whatever, like your Z move, and you just nuked whatever your opponent's first Pokemon was. You ran like Z Flare Cannon. You nuked the crap out of your opponent's first Pokemon on the field. And then you got to +1, and now you're like, all right. And so guaranteed, basically, you were getting at least 2 kills per Magearna sweep. Like, always. Guaranteed. Because worst case scenario, you run Z Flare Cannon, and then your next one is basically also a Z Flare Cannon because you're just +1 without the drops.
Right.
So, pretty big loss there, I gotta say.
Yeah, well.
Now, Stored Power.
It's got agility now, though.
It already had Shift Gear, though.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
So I guess here we got Electro Ball, which if you wanted to find a way to run that over Thunderbolt is an option. Stored Power is cool. Baton Pass could be very nice because you have so many setup moves.
It synergizes pretty well with its ability if you want to keep the sweep going with someone else.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, absolutely. And you got like Calm Mind and Autotomize Agility here if you wanted to do that. Draining Kiss is cool because this thing didn't have really recovery. So Draining Kiss, I think like a Calm Mind defensive set. We've talked about these kinds of sets a lot, but like a Calm Mind, Stored Power, Draining Kiss set could be really good because that defensive typing is exquisite.
Yeah.
And Stored Power synergizes again with your ability. Because if you get a kill, you're getting another boost, and you're gonna gain 20 base power on that move.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. I think overall, its best set, which was always just Shift Gear Sweeper, receives a smackdown nerf. But in the loss of that, it gained a lot of other tools that could be fun.
Yeah, but just looking at stuff like Trick it could make use of these weird moves.
Yeah, I mean, it is a choice scarfer, so Trick could be good too. That's a good point. Or Specs User, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the fact that it never got Moonblast kind of sucks because if you're not running Z Flare Cannon and you don't want to touch Flare Cannon at all, you basically now have to run Dazzling Gleam, which is significantly weaker than Moonblast.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But moving on, we got Poipole, the boy. now gets Toxic Spikes. Pretty cool, actually. Because Poipole was a Pokemon that like a lot of people like thought was decent. Like, let me clarify. Like, for how bad it was, people thought it was decent. It's got a cool move pool. Toxic Spikes, now it has a niche, you know?
Yeah.
It's also the only unevolved, like, a Violet holding, beast, like, Mega, Ultra Beast, or whatever these were called. Nagandel,
yeah, I don't know what this thing does, but I'm pretty sure it gets
it's insane.
The first special.
It's an insane Pokemon. Usually it was run special. It's kind of like in a Hydreigon niche now, where like Hydreigon's probably a little bit better of a Dragon Dancer, but if you wanted to, you could run Dragon Dance with a physical set because it got stuff like Gunk Shot, Dragon Claw, Leech Life. You know, it got some Shadow Claw. Yeah, it got Throat Chop. It's U-Turn, X-Scissor. It's got a really good physical move pool. You just didn't usually run it because you're usually nasty plot. You're already fast, and you just run like your stabs plus flamethrower to hit steel types, and you kill everything.
Right.
And then you beast boost up your physical or your special attack stat mid sweep just to make everything worse for your opponent.
So Dragon Dance might not be as viable, but it's another option for an already threatening Pokemon.
Yeah, and another thing that's got is spikes and toxic spikes, and it gets that toxic spikes plus hex combo we've talked about.
Right, so you can hit psychic types.
Yeah, that is big. I do like that. After that, I don't see a ton here, but I think Toxic Spike spikes, so it has like an interesting role where like you can run like an offensive set that also just happens to have spikes, which is cool.
Yeah.
Just
if you're forcing a switch, maybe instead of dealing damage, you can set up a spike.
I want to clarify, this Pokemon was already banned in almost all competitive formats, so like it was.
To clarify, you're never going to use this thing legally. However, if you are,
like it was already one of the best Pokemon in the game, and now it's just more better. Stakataka. I always thought this was a funny Pokemon, but Body Slam on the boy here. This is the one that looks like it should. This is slamming that, and that 211 defense stat. This is like that Mega Aggron territory where you're just gonna be destroying things you click Body Press on.
And it's not banned.
And it's not banned, exactly.
You can actually make use of it.
I mean, does it get Iron Defense? It gets Iron Defense Body Press.
You really like these Iron Defense Body Press.
Dude, I love Iron Defense Body Press. That's so cool. Because think about it, dude. You're boosting an actual attack, but you're also getting bulkier at the same time. Like, it just seems like undefeatable. But to be fair, I thought Mega Slowbro was gonna go Ubers when it was announced. Like, I was like,
Gyro Ball too.
Heavy Slam also nice on it now. Heat Crash is a good fire move you get. Like, it's very heavy. It must be, right? I assume it is.
It's gotta be. There's no way.
I typed in DT Stakataka and I actually mistyped it and it gave me Mantike instead. And I was like, 65 kilograms. 820 kilograms. So, yes, it's very heavy. Now it gets a go-to fire move, which is awesome. So it gets like, pick your way to destroy steel types. Like, do you want to do it through Body Press, Earthquake, which I thought it already got. So I don't know why it's there. I don't know. But, like, yeah, pick your way. Pick your poison. How are you going to destroy this steel type in front of you?
So definitely still start with ground types, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's still... The thing is, what's interesting is, like, I don't think this Pokemon gets that much better overall, because the things that beat it still beat it the exact same way they always did, which is just by having a speed stat and clicking a fighting or a ground move. Like, you know. So.
Unfortunate.
Is what it is. And finally, our last Pokemon on the list is Blacephalon. Which gets a buff because it did have a physical. It has like 112 or something, 127 physical attack.
Wow.
So Fire Punch is now a great physical fighting move on it, because it always had to run Flame Charge before as your fire move. I always love how this thing has a literally Mind Blown as a move. Like, it's like mind.
Wow, it gets Shadow Claw too.
Yeah, so it got stabs on both of its physical, like it's just physical, just received a huge buff. Stab got good stabs. Zen Headbutt is nice. You're not gonna run Mystical Fire because you were already gonna run Flamethrower or Fire Blast or Mind Blown. But physical Blacephalon with this becomes instantly a viable Pokemon, I think. Not as good as the special sets, obviously, but usable. You can catch people off guard. They're going to see the Blacephalon. They're going to switch in their Chansey. And you're going to be like, JK, dude, here's this fire punch in your face.
Smell you later. Wow, I like that. I'm always a big fan of when Pokemon who are locked into like certain movesets suddenly get completely different moves to play with. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like that a lot. So definitely a beneficiary. Not a huge one, but there's just a set now that it couldn't do before that now it has access to, which I like.
Oh yeah, wow, and he gets stuff like knockoff.
Yeah, so he's got like physical is now Blacephalon's a set, and he's undervalued in a lot of places. You could probably like if you're playing in draft format, for example, he's usually pretty cheap.
Yeah, probably scoop him up. Not bad.
So, and also let's mention heavy duty boots.
Sure.
So what's kind of cool is you could run the heavy duty boots Mind Blown set, right? Where you can click Mind Blown 3 times.
Controlling.
So you run an odd number of HP and you click Mind Blown 3 times because you lose half your health when you use it.
Yeah, it's like the equivalent of Steel Beam or whatever.
Exactly, but you clear it 3 times. You're not afraid of the rocks destroying your fun. So if you're at a point in the game like 3 Mind Blowns, like up at 151 attack, special attack stat, like if your opponent's not resisting that, like it's gonna be a long day.
All right, fine, I'll give it to you.
Could pick up 3 kills. Not to mention each kill, it's beast boost. Each kill is better than the last.
Oh, true. If you stay in, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, big brain.
Wait, if it finally happened. It took all the videos, but you have achieved big brain status.
It took the last Pokemon on the last video, guys. But
Thank you. Welcome.
I guess that's it. I think this might have been our longest one.
Yeah.
I thought you said this was gonna be a short one.
I didn't realize the beasts were gonna have so many moves.
Yeah, they got a lot. There's a lot. Gen 7, huge beneficiary. A lot of Pokemon, especially these legendaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just a lot of Endure.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's been real. It's been a journey.
It has been a journey. I hope. Oh, I gotta say my joke. I hope if you're watching this, you manage to endure this series.
I was hoping you'd sneak that in there. I was gonna say it myself. I'm like, I don't want to steal his thunder.
Took this line to come up with that.
Took a week, but it worked out. It was all worth it. So guys, let me know in the comment section what Pokemon you guys are most excited to use. And it's been quite the journey. Thank you guys for sticking it out. If you have, make sure you leave a comment down in the comment section below. Until next time, I will see you guys later, and so will Daniel, Krakenation, and the boys out.
Bye.